Hello, students. This is Mrs. Phyllis, and I'm here to talk to you about the song See a Little Monkey. This song involves the use of three of your four fingers, and we're going to learn it on the E and the A strings. The tape on your violin, that's where you will place your fingers, and we've talked about that before. And again, we're using the finger pattern number one. Let me talk a bit about that finger pattern. So in this piece, See a Little Monkey, this will set you up to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, but also a scale, specifically the A scale. And we're going to use the A scale with this finger pattern I call finger pattern number one. If you look at my fingers, the two middle fingers, you notice that they are touching. They're close together. And that's what makes this um, the finger pattern number one. Now, let me go back to the word scale that I just used. So I'm sure you've heard that word before, like when you go to the doctor and you step on a scale so they can weigh you, or when you place food on a scale to weigh it, or packages, when you go to the post office and they weigh the package. So those are different types of scales, right? That measure the weight of something. In music, we use that word as well, and it refers to a system of notes based on a particular pattern. And when we're using that pattern, it also involves how we use our fingers. So the pattern I just showed you was this. Sometimes in scales, our fingers may take on the shape of this, or this, or this, or this. So there's different patterns that our fingers make that affect those notes that you learned, the A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right? We use those letters or those pitches or those musical sounds, and we put them together according to a specific pattern that we call a scale. So there are different kinds of scales in music. So your first scale that you are going to learn, let's just call it the A scale. And that's all I'm going to say about that. There's more that we can say about that, but that's for another time. So just know that it's the A scale based on this pattern, this shape of our fingers. So when you put your fingers down onto the fingerboard, you're going to cover the tape in that way. So there's space between the index finger and your second finger. The two middle fingers are close. And if you use your fourth finger, there's space between the third and the fourth finger. Okay, so let me show you. Also, depending on how your fingers are placed, depending on the pattern, it also affects the sound of those notes or that scale. So some scales can sound happy, some scales can sound sad, and some scales can sound um, other kind of emotions. Okay, and we'll get into all of that later. But for now, I want you to listen to me play the monkey song. And again, I'm using this pattern, and this is the pattern of the finger pattern number one, which let's just call this the happy sound. So the way I'm going to place my fingers is going to make those notes sound happy. And I'll start this on the A string. See that? So I played the A scale in the happy way using this finger pattern. Okay? And and as you heard, I started from A and I went all the way up to the high A. And then we've talked all about that, how to translate those music ABCs onto our fingerboard. So you already know, like if I say on the A string, what finger makes D? You're able to tell me what that is. All right. So let's go to the monkey song now, or See a Little Monkey. And you notice that the rhythm that I played that A scale with was the twinkle variation A, the teary teary tee tee, or watermelon cherry, or watermelon stop stop, right? Um, but we can also use the words see a little monkey, right? And then we're gonna use our finger, we're gonna climb up. So the monkey is climbing up the ladder to pick a banana. But it's not just any banana. This banana has a color that has one sound. You can decide what color you want your banana to be for the monkey. I'm going to choose the color blue because I like blue. So the words are, see a little monkey climbing up the ladder, climbing to the top to pick her pink banana. And then the monkey has to come down so she can eat her banana. See a little monkey climbing down the ladder, climbing to the ground to eat her blue banana. Okay? And we're going to start this on the A string. And you can do this on all of the strings. Okay, but we're going to do it on the A string first. So here we go. First finger on A. Second finger on A. Third finger close to 2. Roll it to the E string. We're going to do the same thing on the E string now. Oh, wait, before we do that, we got to go down. I'm sorry. So we did 1, 2, 3. Now we're going backwards. See a little monkey from D, or from the third finger on A. Second finger on A. So you pop that finger off. First finger on A. No fingers, open A. See? Now notice when I stopped the bow, I quickly peeled my fingers off, right? Or when you're going up, you quickly put the finger down. And then we can do the same thing on the E string. So here's E. First finger F sharp. Second finger G sharp. Third finger high A. Now let's go backwards. From A, now pop it off G sharp. First finger F sharp. No fingers, open E. Roll it to the A string. Now we have all 3 fingers down. Okay. Second finger. First finger, B. No fingers, open A. Okay, so you see there I kind of mixed it up and kind of diversified what we were doing with the fingers. I called out the letter name that the finger makes, and then when I went down the E string, I attached the A string notes as we went down. So in this way, you are playing not only the song See a Little Monkey, right? But you can also play the A major scale, the A scale. I said that word I didn't want to say. Okay, I said it. Major. So when we talk about major, it's happy. Happy. Remember I talked about how our fingers can make certain sounds based on patterns, and the sounds can be have the emotion of happy or have the emotion of sad. Well, what we just did now was a happy emotion. The way we put our fingers together, those two middle fingers, finger pattern one, it gives off that happy sound. Another word in music that we use, we don't, um, instead of saying happy, we say major, major. Okay, so now you've learned the A major scale, and we will talk more about how you build the A major scale, what goes into making the major scale, why does it sound, gives off that happy sound. We'll talk about all of those things later. But for now, practice your See a Little Monkey song and your A scale based on finger pattern number one. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you next time.